What if I told you that most older men, intelligent, experienced, accomplished men, are unknowingly repelling everyone around them? With 3 specific behaviors they think are completely normal, not aggressive, not obviously wrong, just quietly creepy. And the worst part? Nobody tells them. People just disappear. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, the 3rd behavior on this list might make you rethink an interaction you had just this week. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. He commanded armies, advised senators, and managed some of the most complex political relationships in human history. But in his private journals, the ones he never intended anyone to read, he wrote something shocking. He admitted that power had a way of making men blind to how they appeared to others. Even emperors, he said, could become strangers to self-awareness. Now here's the uncomfortable question. If the most powerful man in the ancient world struggled with this, what chance do the rest of us have? The Stoics believed that wisdom without self-examination was just arrogance wearing a suit. And nowhere is this more dangerously true than in how older men relate to people around them. Colleagues, younger friends, dates, strangers. The gap between intention and perception, it can be catastrophic. Let's talk about the first behavior, unsolicited advice. You've earned your experience. Decades of wins and losses have given you a perspective most people in the room simply don't have yet. And so when someone younger says something naive, something in you almost physically cannot resist, you have to correct them. You have to share what you know. Here's the problem. Nobody asked. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of history's greatest philosophers, put it bluntly, and he said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. When you constantly volunteer wisdom that wasn't requested, you're not being helpful. You're signaling that you believe the other person is incomplete without you. That is not mentorship. That is ego with a friendly face. And trust me, people feel it immediately. They smile, they nod, and then they avoid you. Which brings us to the second behavior, and this one is sneakier. It's called selective listening. You appear to be engaged. You're nodding, maybe even making eye contact, but you're actually just waiting for the moment you can redirect the conversation. Back to yourself, your story, your point. You think it looks like confidence. It looks like something else entirely. Here's your pattern interrupt moment. Have you ever been mid-sentence and watched someone's eyes glaze over while they prepare their response? Felt terrible, right? You're doing that, possibly right now in your real life, without realizing it. Now, the third behavior. This is the one nobody talks about. And honestly, this might be the one that stings the most. It's misreading warmth as romantic interest. When someone is kind to you,